Hello, my darling Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. It has started as a Scorpio on Sunday. It's kind of evolved into perhaps Scorpio on Monday. So we'll just call it your Scorpio weekly reading from now on. I am using my Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, which is this deck here. But we'll also just see what else spontaneously I shall use for you today for this reading. This reading is for those that most need to hear it. And if it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. And if it resonates or I resonate as a reader, I do offer as my gift back to you, pay what you can reading. So do take a look at the information below if you'd like to have a reading. What have we got that's come out? We've got Guardian Angel, you are not alone. And one more, please, Spirit, on that. Thank you. And we have Wise One, grow within your current situation has come out. And we have Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. So I'm feeling at this time, and I'm seeing set your sights higher with Stargazer, that you are involved emotionally. I'm going to say emotionally. It may not be physically within your space, but you are involved with something that is rather challenging at this time. And I'm also feeling very strongly with this, thank you, Spirit, that it is time now, Spirit is saying, for you to move on from this environment or this emotional attachment, because, my darling, you have and are growing within this current situation. You are gaining a lot of wisdom now, and it's when you're being asked to set your sights higher, you're being asked to see beyond what you are currently facing. And to see beyond something is to almost see through it for what it truly is. And what it truly is actually allowing you to experience through circumstances, generally very uncomfortable, what it is to be you. What it is to be you, to face a challenge, to face something and to grow from it, to thrive from it, not to survive it, to thrive from it. And this is the message I'm receiving loud and clear with this. So set your sights higher. And stargazers, stars are, sort of ancient times, seen as guiding lights as well, and seen as something that is so beautiful. And something that we are drawn to in the patterns of it as well. So set your sights higher. I'm also feeling, thank you, Spirit, because of stars and star signs as well, and you've got here Guardian Angel with the signs, you're not alone, that sometimes we can get caught up in the star sign archetype for ourselves. And actually, or we can get caught up in believing that somebody else is a star sign archetype, and actually then allow what that sort of archetypal behavior or how we see ourselves, we're sort of imprinting on ourselves a very general impression of ourselves. And everybody is a very individual representation of the universe. And yes, star signs are out there, but actually don't forget who you are in this situation. And there may be certain characteristics that somebody has or you have that may fall within the pattern of star signs, but don't label yourself so much in that box that you can't see who you are outside of it. You can't see who you are outside of that identity. And that's coming through very strongly. Within this space, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. If we were to really, truly know and understand in each and every moment of us being a representation of the universe, how much support and guidance we had around us, how much, as I call it, the council of all beings are there to support and guide us, we would never feel fear. We would never feel fear or love. We would never have that lack that we experience within our lives when we're faced with circumstances that can be very uncomfortable and cause and create a great deal of uncertainty. But that uncertainty is leading to something else for us. So the Guardian Angels, you're not alone, but ask for help. You have to ask, my darling. You have to put out the questions. You will be replied to. If you make a choice or a decision about something, you will start to see things coming into effect for you. But ask the questions, keep asking the questions, and keep asking for help from your guides who are there to guide you, not tell you, guide you, remember, and your angels as well, your guardian angels at this time. Wise One, grow within your current situation. So I'm feeling that this is, again, something you've done in different lifetimes, maybe the same type of experience, but with different different circumstances, let's put it that way, but growing within your current situation, there are yet secrets within this. And so that's why Spirit is saying, ask the questions, but ask them from the space of wishing to understand and have compassion. No more judgment of this. It's wishing to understand and have compassion. This beautiful owl here with a very soft expression on his face is not there to attack. It's there to have a kind of peripheral view and take it all in, and to sort of set its sights higher, to be ready to move into a place of wishing to look down on this situation and come into a new cycle. Do you see there as well? And then you've got Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. A beautiful card. This is a reminder for you that you have within you the power to blend in, adapt to different people's energies in a way that they feel comfortable in your presence. So use that gift at this time to transform and to assist both yourself and another to set your sights higher, to move away from it, having understood that you have generated both a place to feel comfortable in, a place for discussion, a place to listen, to understand, a place, because that is one of the most powerful forms of love, is to simply listen, to try to understand another's point of view. We are choosing to hold the space for them to listen, to understand. But within this, with the eagle and the wolf, you are very close to certain people in your life. And there is a tendency sometimes within that space with the wolf pack to, yes, there is an innate understanding and there is a working together as a team. But sometimes people need their personal space as well, just like the eagle will always have its personal space too. But as shapeshifter, to transform and unveil your gifts, there is something within you choosing consciously to step into and hold a space for others or another, to listen, to understand, to feel their energy, my darling. You can, if you choose to do so, sit quietly and have a little prod around other people's energy very respectfully, just to kind of get a sense of how they're feeling and trust what comes through almost immediately for you. And then to in terms of unveiling your gifts, to step into that space and start to respond to the situation with an understanding of the energy as well. So I feel, thank you, Spirit. Let's use the Guardian of the Night, as we've got the owl and the hawk has appeared here. Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. And I just want to get just a little bit more for you. Thank you. Tell me more, Spirit. Thank you. The Three of Wands has come out and the Ace of Wands. So this looks to me like, you know, the birds building their nest, expanding on or moving on, whatever this is a wonderful card. The Three of Wands is seeing beyond where you are now, is setting your sights higher than where you are now. I'm feeling that there is a focus at this moment on detail, too much detail within your life. And it's confusing the mind. The mind will be directed to where you want to go. One of the greatest ways of, I'm going to say, controlling your mind, but actually responding to your mind in a very positive way, is to continually ask questions. I spend most of my day asking Spirit, the universe, myself questions, and being open to receive the answers. And in that way, you're controlling the out of control aspect of the mind. You are out of the mind because you are actually asking your mind a question. So in that moment, you're detaching and you're coming into your higher self, which is always a place of love, and you're open to receiving as well. So I kind of, what the Three of Wands is a card of manifestations. It's a card, as I said, of looking beyond the present, and it's a card of setting your sights and seeing the horizon, seeing the bigger picture of it all. Again, with the eagle in that other card. You may be about to travel. You may be about to expand in a role or do something. You may be experiencing at this time because of this expansion for you. And I'm not just talking about physical expansion as well, but emotional expansion is absolutely extraordinary within our lives. But if it's not something that is in the 3D and it's something that is on an energy aspect, when we go through those changes, remember that the old energetic structure that we've been existing in, that cycle has to dissolve and dissipate. And I feel that that is what you're going through at this time, that adaptation, you're adapting to the change that's happening right now. And so the Spirit is asking you to look beyond where you're going. These, you know, these birds are looking beyond where they are. They're focusing on where they're going. You know, maybe they are migrating, maybe they're building a nest, I don't know, but they're looking beyond their present. They're preparing, that law of preparation. So Spirit is asking you to prepare now. And this is affirmed by the Ace of Wands card that's come out for you. I do talk, or Spirit talks through me about the law of preparation a great deal. And it's within the space of preparing something and giving thanks for it arriving before it has even appeared, before a whiff of a something in 3D has appeared, before we give thanks. Giving thanks is the most powerful form of expression that you can do. Giving thanks for something you have not received yet is so powerful, because within that, you are stating with unwavering faith and trust that it will happen for you. And gratitude is that golden thread of courage. It's that golden thread of love, that if you weave that into your spider's web as the master weaver, as this beautiful thing that you're creating within your life, this path that you're on, if you're weaving that golden thread of gratitude within that web, then expect magic to happen, my darling. Because when you admit an energy of thanks, of gratitude out to the universe, it magnetically responds to you. And you know what you are sending out there, you are attracting back. And if you're sending something out as gratitude, it is also received. If you do something for somebody else, it is also received, and then you receive it back again. That is the law of attraction within the universe. So give thanks, my darling, for what it is that you are growing at the moment within your current situation. Look at it from that wonderful overall perspective of the owl. Trust, my darling, that despite what is a very busy life for you, I'm sensing, with this Ace of Wands, a very busy life, and maybe lots of little sort of little surprises that you've had. It's almost, they're quite funny, these little faces. They look like little faces, but actually they're like the little flies that are coming in. That was quite funny. I hadn't seen that before. But within this space, everything that you are weaving and creating is coming into you. And that's because you're making this golden thread. This golden thread of gratitude can transform your life. Put it into everything you do. Say thank you all the time. And mean it. You have to mean it, though. And I know you do. And what Spirit is also saying to me now, and I will wrap this up here, the Seven of Pentacles, you have already been shown so many examples of you consciously manifesting, of you consciously living your life now, of things that have happened. You have been doing, without realizing it, the law of preparation. So imagine how powerful it is when you actually consciously live it. You consciously do that law of preparation. If you are looking to travel, pack your suitcase. Pack it with obviously things that would be appropriate for where you're looking to go. It's that blissful state of anticipation that the universe will provide for you. The spider, my darling, within the creativity of the web, the spider is seen as a master weaver, something so beautiful. It is something that comes from her. And that same thread of gratitude, that same power of love, that same power of life force energy that comes through us when we consciously put it out there and thank the universe for what it is intended, for what we wish or we desire to happen, it will respond, my darling. Now, the only thing with it is you can't ask somebody to change. You can't ask somebody to be somebody that they're not. And also, the law of attraction doesn't work with any judgment. Okay, there is no judgment within the laws of the universe. We judge, don't we, quite a lot of times about how we might comment on things that are happening in the press, or people that we may know, but the laws of the universe, it is always fair. And so if you are asking for something that is of authentic value, it is integral as for you, it is, as you know, that feeling that it's coming from a sense of success for you, a sense of achievement, something that you know will further you to be this amazing version of yourself, the universe will respond through that path of least resistance. So give thanks, my darling, give thanks as many times as you can, and also appreciate within this space of this Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like the spider's come back and she's appreciating what she has created, and she's stepping back to admire it. So not only give thanks for what you haven't received yet, but give thanks, my darling, for what you have done to manifest where you are today, what you have consciously or subconsciously put out there. Reflect on all of it. Reflect on what you might consider to be achievements. Reflect on what you might consider to be huge successes. Reflect on what you might consider to be a failure. But there is no failure, my darling, because within that space, you have grown within your current situations. As the wise woman, we tend to grow so much faster when we're not afraid to fail. And we might be a little bit foolish and we might do something, but we're doing something, we're advancing, we're saying we're open to learning. Thank you for each and every lesson I'm going to receive as well. So know which direction you wish to take. Set your sights higher. That's very interesting. So wherever you are right now, whether this is with a situation with regards love or work, whatever it is, Spirit is saying bigger, make it, move on, move away, expand your vision for yourself. Expand it, my darling. Don't limit the vision for yourself through the limitation you might have of your mind. Look to see how beautifully you've manifested and created things in your life. Look to see where you have gathered up information and turned it into knowledge, gathered up information and turned it not just knowledge and knowing, but into wisdom, where you have tuned in and tapped into that source intelligence within you and understood. So think about and appreciate and reflect on and give thanks. Imagine that golden thread of gratitude. I know in the Queen's, one of the wonderful speeches she did, she said the golden thread of courage, and that's always resonated with me. And it is both a golden thread of gratitude and a golden thread of courage, because it takes great courage to be in the heart space from a consistent approach, to have unwavering faith, to have trust that all will be well, that all is unfolding just as it is intended for you. So that I think is absolutely wonderful. Am I going to wrap it up with one more card, Spirit? Yeah, let's do one more of these angels and ancestors for you. Thank you. Just to wrap it up, Spirit. Thank you so much. So 2 pieces of information for you. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So I'm going to, just as a reminder for many of you, your emotions are energy in motion. We are always, think of ourselves as energy, as vibration, as frequency. What energy, emotion, vibration, and frequency are you giving out? What is responding to you because of the frequency? What is attracted to you because of the frequency you're giving out? Connecting with your emotions, sitting within that space, understanding what your energy and motion is doing is the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself. And if you choose to put out the power of love, that feeling you have in your heart space, when you allow yourself to sit in that space for a moment or two or longer and fill your heart with that wonderful feeling, and you know that feeling, my darling, and to sit within that space and to project that out in front of you, almost like a sort of force field of love in front of you. And I mentioned this in the daily reading. So connecting with your emotions, And the most powerful force of all is love. It is the only force. Everything else comes from love in various different lack ofs. It all comes from that universal life force energy. But to connect with that and push that out, and to give thanks before you do anything for it spontaneously happening just as it's intended to happen, and to be grateful for whatever outcome happens because of that. But connect with your emotions. Remember, the universe is always corresponding to you through your emotions all the time. They're also saying for you, wait for important information. There is something that is coming in for you, my darling, and they're asking you to moderate what you're doing, perhaps just to take a little pause right now. This little spider within her weaving of her web, do you see she's actually come away and she's taken a little pause? You've done everything that you have needed to do. It is coming to you, and there may be a little bit more preparation, that if I have given you something you thought, oh, I might just need to do that little thing. But sit now and wait for important information, and send out that wonderful, wonderful projection, the power of love coming from you now, coming from that heart space. If you are looking to sit within that space, go onto YouTube and listen to extraordinary frequencies that encourage you to feel that within here, and to imagine, to visualize that energy working through you, the universe working through you and going out. But also listen to meditations on the universe. Whatever you do to connect yourself, my darling, you are growing in your current situation, but they are asking you to wait for important information. And then I feel that this shapeshifter, this transference and unveiling of your gifts is transforming and unveiling of your gifts. I do apologize. Hang on just one second. Is part of this transformation, whatever this waiting for important information is as well. So something's coming, my darling. And as I said, it's on its way with that Ace of Wands. Take care. Have a really gorgeous week. I am wrapping up the yearly star sign readings this week, and I will be moving on to January star signs and also the elemental star sign readings as well. But in the meantime, have the rest of a very gorgeous day, my darlings. So much love to all of you. You are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.